Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be going over our Love Cup team, and it consists of Wing Attack Charizard with Scrafty and Lickilicky in the back. So yeah, definitely if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it really helps me out. And also, I'm only going to show one set here. I've only played 5 sets of Love Cup, even though it's been around for almost a week. I just haven't had a lot of time with work. These were not streamed, so I actually sped these battles up, and I'll just be I guess narrating them as I go through the video here today. If you guys want, I can show the previous iterations of this team that didn't work out as well. I eventually landed with Wing Attack Charizard in the front. I always wanted my back line to be similar to my Great League line with Munchlax and Scrafty, and it's pretty good. It's pretty similar here with Lickilicky. Man, it's really hard for me to remember that Pokemon's name. I keep thinking Lickitung, but I don't have a XL Lickitung, so yeah, we do with what we got. Yeah, so I tried several iterations, and I guess I can go over that at the end of the video, or I can show you I've recorded those videos as well. I can show you those teams not working as well. A lot of 2-3s and 3-2s, a lot of weaknesses to fire in the previous versions, and then anytime I tried to plug that up with something that's super effective against fire, I ended up losing to something else, like unable to fight one of the other things. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to this video. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be narrating these battles since we played them off stream. And okay, Medicham, this is a pretty good matchup with Wing Attack. The only thing is you definitely can't get hit by a Psychic, so I like to throw first here because since they're going to get to the Psychic, they don't want to be pressured with the Blast Burn here because they'd get too low, and then we could just shield farm down. They do end up baiting us, which not great, but we ended up baiting them anyways at the beginning. If none of these land, we're fine to go to the 2 shields here because honestly, as long as Medicham's out, the backline has play against everything else. Your toughest games are going to be against Medicham and a Charmer. There usually aren't double charm teams, and there are actually a pretty good number of Medicham charm teams. Okay, so like this is one of them. The fact that he's not going out of Clefable here is great for us because Medicham did go down. I wonder if he knows if he knows whether or not his Medicham actually did go down or not. The hardest thing for us to face here in the back would be another Charmer. Vileplume would be pretty tough too. Oh, this is fine. If he tries to go for farm down, we will make it to the Earthquake here, which is neutral. So Lickilicky does have Earthquake, which is better than Bulldoze, which is what Munchlax has. But he's going to farm us down here. It's okay. We're definitely coming in Scrafty here. He still has the Charmer in the back. He does have energy on that as well. And these moves don't do too much. Iron Head and Bug Buzz are both neutral. Bug Buzz doing a bit more than Iron Head does. And then the Confusions are resisted, so that's fantastic too. He's going to try to farm us down so he can throw a move onto the Charizard, but we do get to this pup, which will take him out. Alright, and that's game 1. Alright, game 2 here. Mr. Mime. So this player is pretty well known on the leaderboard. He's playing a very unique team. Mr. Mime obviously does a lot of damage, so I want to get out of that matchup with Charizard. And another reason, anytime the matchup is bad or neutral in the front, you're probably going to want to switch into Lickilicky. If they do have a Medicham in the back, they almost for sure are going to bring it in. And this matchup's not too bad. If you go up to the Shadow Ball, they almost always shield the one time. If they do switch fast enough, though, they always make it to this double pup, which will KO you before you get to the second body slam. But it's fine. We did pull a shield, and that's great. We can shield here, the Psychic. Just gain a ton of energy. Oh. I must have counted during the game and not thought that was going to be the Psychic. Oh, because he threw the second power-up punch, so he didn't have enough energy that he could possibly get to the Psychic there. Okay. And then I'm going to switch into Scrafty here. And they do have a Worm Dam, so we're just going to pup straight through this. We do have the shield advantage. And I'm probably going to shield the Worm Dam only one time, but I think that if you go straight pup with a 1 counter advantage, you actually get through this before it gets to a second move. Yeah, so the Worm Dam, I think is going to throw Iron Head here just because it probably has a better chance of getting to a second Iron Head. Oh, it actually went for the Bug Buzz, which is probably why it doesn't make it to this next move. I actually think I'm going to try... Oh, I do actually end up farming it down. I have a ton of energy. I wanted to basically have 2 foul plays for the Mr. Mime because they had 1 shield and foul play is neutral. All right, Clefable, really good here. I decided to stay in this matchup a little bit to do some damage, but I stay a little too long here. I probably actually don't want to throw a move now at this, but I think I probably do. Oh no, I go into Scrafty. This is fine, so I'm trying to get rid of Scrafty because he's the weakest against Clefable, and they have more than likely a chance to have Medicham in the back still. Although they probably... Well, no, it could... okay, so it still could be like a Lola Mola in the back. I don't know. I think if they had Medicham, they would have brought it in, but it also makes sense to switch into a neutral matchup against the Charizard anyways. Like a neutral win, I mean. Okay, we have a ton of energy here on Charizard, but they do have 2 shields. What we can probably do is go for 1 Blast Burn and then a swap out. Either way, I'm going to shield whichever Pokemon. Actually, we probably just stay in here till they leave, right? Okay, and then they leave. Okay, we thought there could have been a Alomomola, but Slowbro makes sense too. It's a super hard counter to Charizard, and you don't want to swap in your hard counter if you have the opportunity not to. So yeah, pretty good play from our opponent here, but also our team's just like super hard countering them. I will say Wing Attack Charizard not as fantastic against the Charmers. You don't make it to 2 Blast Burns, I'm pretty sure, unless you get energy advantages in other places. So yeah, and it's definitely not worth it to throw the Dragon Claw, at least in my opinion, because if they call that bait, Dragon Claw is double resisted, and then you're just screwed. And you need to be able to do as much as you can against the Charmer with your good matchup, because your 2 back matchups aren't great. Wigglytuff is especially tough because it double resists the lick damage from Lickilicky. Clefable's not as difficult. Alright, so bad lead, we go into Lickilicky. They obviously want to get out of this matchup. One good thing is that when they throw a Confusion, it takes 4 turns, and when you switch into Lickilicky instantly, you actually get a 4-lick advantage coming into the next matchup. So now that we have this advantage, we actually probably do make it to 2 Body Slams. They're definitely going to shield the first one because it could be Shadow Ball. They don't know what moveset you're running on Lickilicky. And we also make it, but CMP tie, so rip. Although this might not KO, yeah, and then we do get this Body Slam off. This is going to do a lot of damage. Maybe we can farm down with Charizard at this point. I actually think I remember they shielded, yep. And then I decide I want to really farm up a lot here on Charizard. They get to a move right here, so this could be Psychic. So I shield this, and then I think they end up throwing the move too early on this next time. And I know for a fact this is Power Up Punch. They only got to 5 counters, or 6. And it takes 7 to get to the Psychic, I believe. Okay, Confusion comes through, but if we switch to Scrafty, Scrafty actually will resist that 1 Confusion. We got some extra damage in. Electrode, I think I want to go 1 Power-Up Punch into a Foul Play here. We're going to shield Electrode. Yeah, because his move is stronger than... well, an Ice Beam might be tough, but this is probably stronger than... the Water Pulse or the Psychic. Psychic is resisted and Water Pulse is just a terrible move. So maybe if they have Ice Punch, this might have been a bad play. Not Ice Punch, Ice Beam. But I think we still make it. I think we even live in Ice Beam here, and I do believe they actually did have Ice Beam, yeah. And then boom, foul play. Alright, I believe that was game 4, so we're 4-0 at this point. And we go into game 5 here. Let me just make sure of that. Yeah, this is game 5. Okay, Scrafty lead, pretty good. The one thing is, all Scrafties at this level know that 2 foul plays wins them the 1 shield. So they always try to play out the 1 shield. But the thing is, they will shield, so you can go for the bait here. And against the fighters, I think you may have noticed, I almost always go for the bait, because I don't care if I go to 2 shields, that's fine. I'll waste the 2 shields. As long as I get the fighter out of the way, and I win the lead, then I can set Scrafty up for success in the back, even if he's down shields. Which I'm totally okay with. See, I go down 2 shields here. And then if they go into something here that I don't like... Oh, they actually switched out into this. Interesting. So I go straight for the Blast Burn. Actually lands. And I think this team was actually triple weak to fire. Yeah, it was Vileplume. And then I can get this Dragon Claw off. Yeah, it's not super effective, but I was never making it to that next move anyways. So, yeah, might as well take the shield while we can. Vileplume is pretty squishy, so they have to respect that. And we actually end up taking out here with the Body Slam. So yeah, this team's been pretty good here. For me, like I said, I did go over several iterations of different leads. I had my starting lead was Wormadam Trash. I really thought that was the answer when I first started Love Cup here 2 days ago. Yeah, I only started Love Cup 2 days ago, so not very practiced with it, but only took me a few sets to really find the team that I really like. Let's see, yeah. So Wormadam Trash, really, I ran into a ton of Talonflame leads and also Cast Form. And obviously that's really bad, so I decided to get out of that. My next answer was another Confusion user, so we're really trying to mirror our Hypno, Scrafty, Munchlax team. I used Slowbro, but I actually accidentally used it with Water Gun, and it did okay. I played it a couple games with Water Gun, and then I played it a full set with Confusion, or not a full set. I think I actually only played it 3 games with Confusion also, and I really didn't like that. Oh man, I wish I could remember what weaknesses I really felt like I couldn't get out of. I think the mirror was tough because you don't want to leave. What else is out there that's good against Slowbro? Yeah, it was the Charm teams were really good against me because Slowbro actually loses to the Charmers, Clefable and Wigglytuff. And then also Scrafty in the lead was tough. So things that Scrafty was already pretty bad against were pretty good against Slowbro, so then I wasn't able to overcome a lot of picks, to be honest. So after that, I switched to Charizard with Wing Attack. Actually, my Charizard, I did Elite TM it, but my Charizard is actually really terribly ranked. I think it's like an 8, 3, 12, something like that, but it was a shiny 1500 CP that I made a long time ago, and it already had Blast Burn on it, and I really didn't want to use an Elite TM, especially with the Kanto event coming up where you can get Charizards with Blast Burn again if you evolve. So I'll be looking to make some more Charizards. I really only have the one with Blast Burn in Great League, so that's why I had to make that one. Hopefully I'll have a good Charizard after this, because, yeah, obviously my IVs are really, really bad. Okay, yeah, let me know in the comments if you want me to share those videos of the pretty mediocre teams that I tried for the 4 sets before this one. Or, well, I guess I tried for the first 3 sets. Then I found this team, went 3-2 in 1 or 2 sets, and then went 5-0 in this set. So this team's been really well. Obviously, I got up to 34.99, which is crazy good. I think we're on page 2 of the leaderboard. I think rank 57, something like that. So yeah, if you want me to post those videos, I can, and I can go over why they why some of those teams failed more in a more intricate manner, or I can post the battles that I didn't go 5-0 in with this team, show you where some of the failures were on that. Although, to be honest, so I went 3-2 in 1 or 2 sets, I can't remember, and I do remember 1 or 2 battles I made mistakes because I didn't know matchups very well at the beginning, but I flushed out what exactly I wanted to do against certain leads like Electrode, and what was another one? Oh, Lola Mola. So I really got the hang of it after that, and yeah, that's where we ended up here. So yeah, let me know. Again, thank you all so much for your support. I know I haven't posted as much because of work and all that, but you know, I will try my best to continue, and with Great League coming in the last week, I will make an attempt at rank 1 on the leaderboard, and we'll just see where we are from there. All right, again, thanks for the support, everyone, especially the Patreon support from Marlon Date and Michael H. See you in the next one.